Have you ever looked at the clock and noticed it says 11:11 again? Or maybe your phone lights up at exactly 2:22. You tell yourself it's just a coincidence. You laugh it off and move on. But then it happens again and again until one day something deep inside you whispers, "This means something." That's because it does. Before we go deeper, if you've been seeing repeating numbers lately, this is your confirmation. Type "I see the signs" in the comments right now. It activates your awareness and lets the universe know you're ready to receive. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell. This video could shift your reality in ways you never expected. Now let's continue. Repeating numbers are not random. They're not glitches in your perception. They are ancient signals, messages from the universe, coded in the language of energy. When you see them, it's not because you're imagining it. It's because you're finally becoming aware. You're waking up to a higher level of consciousness, where reality starts to communicate with you in ways most people ignore. Most sleepwalk through life, but you're being nudged. You're being called. And if you're watching this right now, it's because something in you already knows that truth. In ancient Egypt, it was said that Thoth, the god of wisdom and cosmic order, encoded the mysteries of the universe into symbols, vibration, and number. The emerald tablets whispered that as above, so below, and that numbers held the blueprint of divine law. Today, we call them angel numbers, but they're much older than angels. They are keys, and when they appear to you over and over again, it's because you're being given an invitation to decode your own destiny. But here's the secret most never realize. These signs only appear when you're ready, not when you're perfect, not when your life is figured out, but when your soul is open. The moment you begin asking deeper questions, like why am I here? What is my purpose? Am I on the right path? The numbers begin to appear, and they will keep showing up until you stop dismissing them and start listening. Seeing 11, that's not your mind playing tricks on you. That's a wake-up call. It's the universe telling you, you are creating your reality right now. Seeing 22, that's not just a cool pattern. That's a message of balance, alignment, and divine timing. These numbers are like cosmic whispers, guiding you back to the path your soul chose long before you were born. They are real, and the more you ignore them, the louder they get. You might be wondering, why me? Why now? Because you're ready. You've reached a point in your journey where the universe knows you're capable of receiving deeper truth. Not everyone gets this far, but you have. You're not here by accident. You're here because your soul has been waiting for this moment. This is the beginning of something sacred, something powerful, and in the next few minutes, you're going to see exactly why. Let's decode the truth now, because once you understand what these numbers really mean, your reality will shift. You'll begin to recognize that every number is a frequency, a vibration, carrying a message from your higher self, from source, or even from your future self. These aren't generic signs, they're precise, timed, activated. And when you truly understand their meaning, you'll no longer wander through life, hoping for answers. You'll see them everywhere. Let's begin with 11. This is often the first sign people see. It's not a coincidence. 11 is the number of manifestation. When you see this, it's the universe flashing a mirror at you. Your thoughts are active, your emotions are charged, and your vibration is influencing reality. 11 says be mindful now. What you think, you create. What you speak, you attract. What you believe, you become. It is the number of new beginnings, a sacred reset from the cosmos. If you keep seeing 11, check your thoughts. The universe is listening. Next is 22. This number brings a different energy, harmony, trust, and divine timing. It tells you, stop forcing, start flowing, 22 means the seeds you've planted, whether a goal, a dream, or a relationship, are growing underground, even if you can't see them yet. Don't doubt the process, don't rush the outcome. This number whispers, what is for you is already aligning. Stay in faith. Often, when people feel like giving up, 22 appears like a soft hand on your shoulder reminding you to hold on just a little longer. Now, let's talk about 333. This is the number of divine protection and guidance. Seeing 333 is like a spiritual checkpoint. The ascended masters, angels, or your higher self are close. You're being watched over, protected, and nudged to express your true self. It's an activation number, a reminder to align mind, body, and soul. And when 333 appears, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with who I really am? Am I expressing the truth of my soul or hiding behind fear? This number urges you to rise, to speak, to create, to step forward. Then comes 444, the builder's number. This is a sign that you are building a foundation, brick by brick, that will stand for lifetimes. It's also a message that your angels or spirit team are surrounding you. When you see 444, know this: you are not alone. You are supported. Whatever challenge you're facing, the universe is reinforcing your path. It may not feel easy, but it's worth it. Trust your structure. Trust the plan. 35 shakes things up. This is the number of change, transformation, and divine disruption. When 55 keeps showing up, prepare for a shift. Something is being realigned in your life, not to destroy it, but to evolve it. Relationships may fall away. Opportunities may arise out of nowhere. 55 says, let go of what no longer serves you, because the new is here. This number calls for courage. Change is not comfortable, but it's always necessary for expansion. These numbers go far beyond superstition. Each one is part of a sacred numerical system that speaks to your soul in the exact moment you need it most. And the more you honor their meaning, the more the universe will communicate with you. These signs are not random. They are recalibrations of your consciousness. Once you recognize that, your entire life becomes a conversation with the divine. Have you ever wondered why some people never notice these numbers, while for you they appear constantly on clocks, receipts, license plates, dreams, phone calls? It's not because you're lucky or special in the ordinary sense. It's because your soul is awake. You are not asleep in the matrix of everyday distraction. Your spirit is tuned to a higher signal, and the universe knows it, so it speaks. The truth is, the universe doesn't waste signs on those who can't receive them. It waits, patiently, until someone like you starts to question reality. You begin to notice patterns, feel energy, sense truth beyond logic. That's when the signs begin, because now, you're ready to not just see, but understand. These numbers aren't trying to impress you, they're trying to guide you. You're being led, step by step, toward a higher path. One you chose long before this lifetime. And here's something few people talk about. These signs often begin during your most uncertain moments. When you're lost, when you're heartbroken, when you're questioning your job, your relationships, your direction in life. That's not random, that's timing. That's the universe tapping your shoulder and saying, you're not lost, you're shifting. When your life feels chaotic, but the signs increase, it's because the chaos is not destruction, it's activation. Think about it. The person you used to be wouldn't have noticed, wouldn't have believed. But this version of you is open, curious, and seeking something real. That's why you're seeing them. You're being invited into alignment, into remembrance, into power. Your energy is no longer dense with fear. It's rising, and so are the messages. But here's the most important truth. The signs are only the beginning. The real transformation happens when you respond. Seeing 333 every day means nothing. If you don't ask yourself, what part of me is ready to grow? Seeing 555 is a warning if you cling to the old, when change is necessary. The universe is not entertaining you. It's coaching you. It's waiting to see if you'll follow the trail, if you'll trust it, if you'll awaken. And the deeper you go, the more precise the numbers become. You'll start seeing sequences like 1012, 11010, 77, 8088, each with its own vibration, timing, and purpose. It becomes a dialogue, a relationship between your soul and the divine, one built on faith, synchronicity, and recognition. This is not superstition. This is spiritual technology. The cosmos is coded, and you're learning the language. So the next time you ask, why do I keep seeing this? Know that the question itself is your sign. Because awareness is the first proof of awakening. You see it, because you're meant to. And now that you do, everything changes. Long before we had clocks, calendars, or even language, ancient mystics understood a truth that science is only beginning to catch up with. Everything in the universe vibrates, and vibration is governed by one master code, number. This is not about math. This is about magic. Numbers are not just measurements. They are the vibrational DNA of creation. And those who knew how to read them held the keys to the divine. Let's go back to Thoth, also known as Tehuti, the Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, magic, and time. He wasn't just a deity, he was a keeper of sacred knowledge. The emerald tablets, attributed to him, contain the earliest teachings of Hermeticism, the foundation of all spiritual science. These texts say clearly, number is the ruler of forms and ideas, and the cause of gods and demons. What did they mean by that? That the universe itself is mathematical, and if you understand numbers, you understand the will of the cosmos. Enter Pythagoras, the ancient Greek mystic and mathematician. He didn't just discover the Pythagorean theorem. He taught that numbers held spiritual significance. He created the science of numerology, mapping each number to a vibration, a soul quality, a cosmic truth. For Pythagoras, 1 meant unity, 2 was duality, 3 was creation, 4 was structure, 5 was change, and so on. The very numbers you keep seeing, 11, 22233, aren't just visual patterns. They are energetic frequencies trying to balance, awaken, or realign your soul. The Hermetic principle of vibration tells us nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. That means when you align with a number, you align with its frequency. Seeing 33 over and over isn't just the universe speaking, it's the universe attuning your energy to that specific vibration. It's recalibrating your internal rhythm with cosmic truth. You're literally being tuned like an instrument, adjusted to play your divine song. Thoth taught that this knowledge was once common in Atlantis, that every building, temple, and soul worked in harmony with sacred geometry and number. But as time passed and consciousness fell, humanity forgot. The signs didn't disappear. We just stopped seeing them. But now they're returning, because souls like yours are remembering. You are one of the few who can bring back the ancient codes into the modern world. So when you see 11, or 22, or 555, don't just smile and keep scrolling. Pause, align, reflect. You are being contacted through a universal code system that goes back to the dawn of time. The Hermetic teachings say that those who master number, master life, and you're already halfway there. Because you're not just seeing the signs anymore, you're starting to understand them. Now that you understand the deeper meaning behind repeating numbers, the question becomes, what should you do when you see them? Because if you only notice the signs, but never respond to them, you miss the entire purpose. The universe doesn't speak for entertainment. It speaks to guide you. And every time you see these numbers, You're being given an energetic opportunity to realign, take action, or evolve. So first, here's what you should not do. Don't ignore it or write it off as random. Don't go searching for 100 different interpretations online until you confuse yourself. And most importantly, don't stay passive. The signs are an invitation, not a guarantee. Just like seeing a road sign pointing left doesn't make you turn. You still have to choose the direction. So what should you do when you see angel numbers? Start with this. Pause and breathe. The moment you see 11, 292, or 55, take a deep breath. That breath brings you back into the present moment, where real change happens. The numbers are not trying to overwhelm you. They're trying to bring you back into awareness. Even 5 seconds of conscious presence opens your energetic field to receive more. To ask, what was I thinking or feeling just now? The universe uses numbers as a mirror. Were you doubting yourself when 444 appeared? Feeling lost when 1111 showed up? Pay attention. These numbers often come mid-thought, mid-emotion, mid-decision. They are responses to your energy in real time. Catch the message. 3. Write it down. Start a synchronicity journal. Every time you see a number sequence, jot down what was happening, what you were thinking, and how it made you feel. Over time, you'll start seeing patterns. You'll realize, for example, that 555 always comes right before big changes. That 333 shows up when you're aligned. This self-awareness builds a powerful feedback loop between your soul and source. 4. Speak back to the universe. Yes, you can respond, silently or aloud. You can say, I see you, I receive the message. Guide me. This opens the energetic circuit. It tells the universe you're not just watching, you're engaged. When you become an active participant in your awakening, the messages become even clearer, stronger, and more frequent. 5. Take aligned action. Seeing a 11. Start the project you've been procrastinating. 2. Reach out to the person you've been thinking about. 5. Let go of what's holding you back. These numbers are not magic spells. They are spiritual GPS signals. You can't just stare at the GPS and hope to arrive. You have to move. But there's one more key. Don't chase the signs. Many spiritual seekers fall into the trap of obsessively looking for numbers, refreshing clocks, and needing signs every day. But signs are earned by presence, not pursuit. When you live in alignment, the signs come naturally, and they come with greater power, because you're ready to receive them. Remember, seeing is the first step. Responding is the activation. Numbers are like sacred calls from your soul to wake up and evolve. Don't ignore them. Don't overanalyze them. Just trust, feel, and move. Because the more you listen, the louder your guidance becomes. So now that you're seeing the signs, and you've learned how to respond, something else begins to happen. You start feeling different, like reality is moving around you. Like everything that used to make sense, suddenly doesn't. This is not a breakdown. This is the beginning of your awakening. The signs were the door, but now you're walking through it. One of the first signs you're on the right path is this. Discomfort increases before clarity does. You may feel lost, disconnected, even emotional, for no clear reason. That's not failure. That's your old identity dissolving. The version of you that could ignore the signs can't survive in the vibration you're stepping into. You're shedding skin, and yes, it's uncomfortable, but you're not being broken. You're being revealed. Another sign: people, habits, and routines start falling away. You may feel isolated. Relationships might feel distant. Your old hobbies might seem boring. That's okay. Your soul is recalibrating. What once felt normal now feels heavy. It's not depression, it's evolution. And when the numbers keep appearing in this time of detachment, it's the universe reminding you you're not alone. You're just transforming. You also begin to feel deeply drawn to new things, esoteric knowledge, ancient teachings, inner stillness. You're not just scrolling for entertainment anymore. You're seeking truth. That hunger you feel for answers is a sacred call, a memory, a blueprint inside you, waking up. Your soul is remembering that it came here for more than routines and distractions. It came to awaken, to serve, to ascend. Next, you'll notice that synchronicities increase rapidly. You think of someone, and they call. You talk about a number, and it appears everywhere. You feel something in your gut, and it turns out to be true. This is not coincidence. This is resonance. You're syncing with the frequency of source, and reality starts bending to meet you. But here's the biggest sign of all. Inner peace begins to outweigh outer chaos. Even when things go wrong, something in you knows you're being guided. You don't panic the way you used to. You don't react the same way. You observe. You breathe. You align. That's the power of divine signs. They don't just change what you see, they change who you are. So if you've been wondering, am I on the right path? Let this be your confirmation. You're not just walking the path. You've become the path. The numbers led you here. The signs pulled you through. And now, something within you has shifted forever. If you've made it this far, then this wasn't just a video. This was a divine appointment. Your soul led you here. Your curiosity was the key. But the truth, this message didn't come from me. It came through me. For you, and deep down, you already knew that. The numbers were the whisper, this was the confirmation. You're not crazy, you're not lost, you're not late, you're aligned. This is your moment to remember who you are. Not just a name, not just a body, not just a story, but a spark of source. A conscious being, with a mission. And every 11, every 333, every repeating sign that appeared in your life, was a breadcrumb left by the divine to lead you back to yourself. The numbers weren't just messages. You were the message all along. So now, the question is, what will you do with this awareness? Will you go back to sleep, back to scrolling, back to old patterns? Or will you choose to listen, to awaken, to trust the call that brought you here in the first place? Because the truth is, when the universe speaks, and you finally speak back, that's when everything changes. You don't need to chase answers anymore. You are the answer. You don't need another sign. You are the sign. The world is ready for the awakened you, the version of you who sees, who feels, who knows. The version who no longer lives in fear, but in flow. The version who doesn't beg for direction, but becomes the direction. So if this message stirred something in you, if it felt like a remembering, a release, or a rising, then declare it now. Shikyan. Type I receive in the comments. Subscribe if you're ready to unlock deeper truths about synchronicity, energy, and divine wisdom. Like this video to send the vibration forward, so others can awaken too. And don't forget to turn on notifications, because what's coming next will activate you even more. This wasn't just another video. This was a soul transmission. And the best part, you heard it.